Welcome everybody to another Gravitas 2 video. And on the last episode, we had a lot of fun. Probably a bit too much fun. But with that out of the way, it's actually time for me to start making a home for myself and start living, you know, properly, like doing stuff and farming and gathering. And take a look at my helmet. I got a cool helmet. The horns kind of disappear when I zoom in, but I still got a helmet. Now, I had to take a couple of days off, and the other guys kind of kept playing, so they're probably a little bit further ahead than me, but yeah, look at my inventory. I got a bunch of logs here. So I do actually intend on focusing on making myself a house, because I believe nobody really has a proper house, I think. I'm not sure. I might be saying blasphemy right now, but yeah, I gathered a bunch of logs. I planted a bunch of chestnut trees around here because I don't know, I just like the chestnut wood. So I want to try and finish this up. Well, I now have walls, and I also turned on shaders because it looks a lot better now. But I needed a lot of tools, you know. I've been using these ones for a while, but I need to upgrade something because I want to make myself a little bit of a roof, and I also want these walls to be made out of stone. But the regular pickaxe is just way too slow for me, so I need a little bit of an upgrade. Now, to do this upgrade, I will cheese it, kind of, a little bit. I'm basically gonna go to the hidden potato team spot. It's become, well, a lawn base, and as you can see, everyone has a dragon helmet now, for some reason. But I'm mostly looking for this. I don't even know what this is. Mold tables. Holy cow. People have been busy over here. I just wanted the regular forge, you know, because I want to get my hands on a bunch of ingots. I also want to use these anvils. There's 18 flux. That should be all right for what I want to do. So I just need a couple of ingots because I want to make some bronze tools, or maybe just a bronze hammer. So let's get a hands on this before people come back here, and I want to actually use advantage of this crucible. So basically I want to make bronze, and to make bronze we need copper and we need tin or cassiterite. Now we have already cooked copper ingots, and I guess it's easier for me because I guess it's all melted, and I'm gonna use this vessel to help me out because basically I believe I can put this into there. Oh, I cannot put the ingots into the vessels? Hold on. In that case, I'll take some of my copper just to show you guys how this will work, and I'll probably need to go and mine more copper to actually make this happen. So basically what I want to do is I want to make a bunch of brass, and to do this we need to put copper and tin together, and we need to melt it, and we need to make it an alloy. Now if we hold shift, you can see that it also tells us the amount in ingots, and I believe the recipe is like basically 8-2 or something like that. Like if you type for bronze and go into the molten bronze here, oh, I guess it's not that molten bronze, it's probably this one, or not this one. There we go, found it. It's this one. And this one, you can see that we need about, it's actually a 9-to-1 recipe basically, so we need 9 copper to 1 tin. So let's just say we want to make like a single ingot, so this turns into 1 ingot, right? So basically I need to put together 9 ingots of copper, which I don't have, regrettably. So I'm probably actually gonna go mine a little bit first so I can get this up to 9 ingots of copper. Or, well, actually we can take advantage of the setup we have over there because we already have a crucible, so, and we already have the 9 copper ingots right here, so I guess we just need to melt it like this, and we can even make more of it. If we put this and this together, yeah, we can make a bunch of copper or a bunch of bronze. So let me put some charcoal into here, and then I want to put this into the crucible. Okay, so I'm gonna actually smelt the copper there for, oh my god, she scared me.
Oh
My god, stuff is happening.
Isn't it amazing?
That's crazy.
And they won't break, those ingot molds.
Oh yeah, I need to make this for myself.
I need to yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm glad graphite was found. That's good.
Oh yeah, I think I have a graphite deposit like just below my base.
Nice. It's always under the base, you know?
Yep. So it's probably gonna make a bunch of holes because I'm probably gonna break stuff. Well, I kind of got distracted talking to Cthulhu and Cryptics, and I kind of made the hammer myself while talking with them. So I have to actually show you guys how to make this. So I might do the same process, but for a regular hammer, because I only have a stone hammer. I mean, I got 2 stone hammers, I just noticed. But I want to make an actual bronze hammer, because these hammers are the ones you actually use to make the tools. So basically, we were smelting the bronze over here, and then after it smelts, all we really need to do is right-click this casting channel, and it will pour into the molds that you have laid out in these mold tables. And I really need to do this for myself, but at the moment, I guess we can go ahead and do the rest. Now, as I needed to make I wanted to make bronze tools, first of all, I needed to make this bronze work hammer, because this one actually allows you to convert bronze ingots into bronze plates, which is very, very cool. Because I needed that in order to make my mining hammer, because it needs all of these bronze plates. It needs just any hammer and just any file. I did end up making a bronze file, and that's where this anvil comes into play. You see, in order to use the anvil, I should say, in order to mold the ingots and stuff that you want, you must use the proper anvil. So for example, I want to do bronze items, so I need to use a bronze level hammer. Anvil, I should say. Of course, you can still weld them together in order to make the actual anvil in another one. So for example, this requires 7 double ingots, so a total of 14 14 ingots. God, I can't speak today. And when you have 14 ingots, you need, of course, well, you can technically do this, but we don't have create. You need to weld them by hand in an anvil. So basically, you need to heat them up until they show that they can be welded, and then you need a little bit of flux, and then you got your double ingot. So right now, I want to do the bronze hammer, and to do it, we got a couple of ways. We can technically use the anvil to make the ingot, or we can do casting on a hammerhead mold. Now, I want to do the anvil because it only requires us to have a single ingot, and then, as you can see, requires a tier 2 anvil to make this. So let's heat up our ingots until the point we can actually work with it. And when this thing gets up to a nice good heat, we can actually work with it. Now, working with it can be very complicated. Now, to help with this, we have this resource pack, which is this one. Vexel's Anvil Helper. That one will help us a lot there, so we'll see why. So now it's hot enough so that we can work with it. So we're gonna put it over here. We need to select a plan, and I want to make a hammer head. And as you can see, it gives you a punch and a shrink text over here, and you can see like values as well. You can also see some arrows down below. Now, to start off with, you must put a hammer over here so you can actually work with it. Now, we need to match the green arrow with the red arrow by also matching these 2 inputs. So we are at 0. We need to go to about 110. So let's do a bunch of shrinks, because this is going to take this very, very far. Now, as you can see, this one's going to be super, super easy, because to finish this off, I believe we're just close enough. So we now need to heat up the ingot again a little bit, because this is one of the issues. You need to heat it up to make sure that it's is able to be worked on. You can see he's now able to be worked. It says can work. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, perfect. And now we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna place it there. Now I'm just barely there, and you can see that the shrink actually connects over here, which is great. And bear in mind, whenever I click something down below, it shows up in the left, and then it moves from left to right. So now if I do the punch, as you can see, it went a little bit extra. So I might want to do like a -15. Then I'll probably do a -3. Then I'll do a 16 and this one. I'm still 1 below. Yeah, this is the tricky part. This is definitely the tricky part, because you really need to like figure out the numbers really well. Because I'm pretty sure I'm just 1 number off. Like I'm 1 number above what I need to do. And what you need to try and figure out is what is the number that you need. So right now I need to do like about 109 or something like that. And the last inputs need to be a 16 plus 2. So I say I need to take off like 20. No, not 20. I need a 6. I need an 18. I guess I can try a 21. We could try a 21, but I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, now that you see, that's too much. And that's the problem. Because now I would need another input and that would ruin the one that I just did. So what I can actually do, I can do... Oh, I have an idea. I think I know what I can do. Yeah, this is tricky. But we'll get there. Trust me, we'll get there. I think I know the next inputs. So, I believe if I do a +2... Oh, that worked. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to work. It worked. I don't know what happened. I was expecting me to actually do the draw and the light hit, and then do again the shrink and the punch, and then it will be done. Well, that works. That's not what I wanted, but that's how I got there. Now, the only thing I really need is just to put it together with a stick, and boom, we got a bronze hammer as well. Now, we got a bunch of tools that we don't always need. We might need here and there, but there's a bunch of tools that we don't always need. I also need to go mining, so I think I'll be going mining with my new 3x3 hammer. I might want to do a couple of torches as well. Torches can be tricky because they actually, well, run out. But you can just make a bunch of them. But yeah, to make a torch, well, we just put sticks into the charcoal forge, and then they make them pretty easily. So I'm gonna make a bunch of torches. Well, there you go. I just broke the entire axe, but as you can see, I did mine a bunch of basalts here, because I want basalt for the roof. So I got, and walls as well. So I got a bunch of stuff here. Now, I do need to make another one, because I broke it, and it's fine. But... I'm only able to do this because of these supports. They're amazing. They make it so there's no rock falls but like on top of your head, and you can also see that it says supported and will not trigger a collapse if I break this, and that is amazing. So I need to make myself a roof, and I need to get a bunch of mortar and a bunch of this salt. And yes, don't fear that I put this into cobble because you can just turn it back into salt rocks, and you need this, and you need a lot of mortar. Why? Because now I can make basalt bricks with a chisel, and then I can turn the basalt bricks into, well, this basalt brick, if you know what I mean, and just put together the bricks with mortar. And these ones don't have gravity, which is insane, and then I can also decorate it and craft it into stairs or lampposts and yada yada yada. And just like that, we have a roof. Look at that. We have an actual house now. We can live. We're no longer restricted to the lawn. Yeah, and I also went mining with Cthulhu, and we actually were able to get me a steel ingot, so now I was actually able to make a flint and steel, which is great because that means I can light up these fire pits whenever I want, so I can use them as a light source, and I believe they never run out, so it's actually a pretty good early game light source. But now I really wanted to get some glass done, but it's actually going to be harder than I thought, because we need a glass blower, if I know how to type it. Oh, sorry, we need a blowpipe, which it's easy to do, I think. Yeah, like this. We only need a brass rod, and then we can turn it into a blowpipe. But then we need to make this, the olivine glass. I'm going to make the olivine because I have a lot of green sand around. Needed lime, and we also need saltpeter. Now, saltpeter is where it gets a little bit complicated for me right now. We can get this saltpeter, which I believe we can find out in the world, like just on the floor. And if I can, I'll do it. But I also found the actual ore, and I have the actual ore, and I kind of want to process it because, well, it gives a lot of saltpeter. But to do that, I need a millstone, so I need create stuff, and I don't have create stuff. So I can either grind for create stuff, or I can try and find it in the world. I'll try and look around real quick to see if I can find any saltpeter. If I don't, we might need to get into create for this. No, this is just regular salt. I don't believe this one works to do. Yeah, it doesn't. Now, to get us started, there's actually a quest line for this, and we already got some stuff. Well, mostly thanks to the rest of the team, but we can take advantage of these starting items and jump right into a water wheel. Of course, to create items, we're gonna need beeswax to make some of the items, and in order to get beeswax, we probably need to work with bees. And if we check the quests, we have bees around here, or at least some bee related stuff. There you go. Wood that'll let you progress or start create. It is vital for progression. Yes, it is. So I've been told. And we need to get on our hands on this treated lumber, because this is what will allow us to make a bunch of create items, like for example the treated wood, which then we can actually use to make water wheels. There's only one problem, is that I don't know nothing about bees in this pack, so I'll try my best to make like this wooden beehive. So I need a thatch wood. Thatch is just some straw. I believe I have everything for this. There you go. One wooden beehive, and I think, yep, they just move in on their own. And I believe Cryptix over there, which moved in by the way, has a bee setup. So let's check that out. So we can see he placed down a bunch of beehives, and they all have queens apparently. And then he just placed a bunch of flowers around. So I need to get my hands on a bunch of flowers and just place a beehive, and I guess you can wait, or maybe I can ask Cryptix for some beeswax. Okay, so I guess now we wait. I put a bunch of them. I have a beehive. I put a bee frame. How can I make bee frame? Okay, let's just put some lumber, so I can make more. I'm gonna make more. And also, while we wait for the bees, I'm actually gonna get ahead and start making the blowpipe. It's pretty easy to do. We just make some clay, do it like this, and then we gotta heat it up into yellow something. So I'll just have myself a bellows over here in case I need to give it some extra boost. And whoosh, and now we wait. And you know, I've been looking at the quests here, and if you take a look here, it actually says we can actually use kelp or seaweed. So I want to see what this is all about, because apparently we can make any of this. And there's soda ash. It's just smelting this. Ooh, how hard is it to make a fan? Not that hard. Well, this is wrought iron. I don't have wrought iron yet, so maybe it's a little bit harder than what I'm thinking. What about this soda ash? How? Oh, okay. It just keeps getting complicated and more complicated. Okay, I see how it is. So we can go through this method right here, but that means we need a fan, and to get ourselves a fan, we have a shaft. We can make this easy, right? Yeah, this is vanilla stuff, or create vanilla, I should say. But the propeller itself needs wrought iron, and I do not yet have a wrought iron plate, to be fair. And that will require us to do, oh boy, a tier 3 anvil. Oh my. Okay, so we need to go mining, because we also need this press, which, well, it needs a wrought iron doubling it, and that needs wrought iron itself, just welded in together. It doesn't really matter where, but the wrought iron itself, as you can see, needs to be from liquid wrought iron. And can I not see the recipe on its own? No, I guess not, but it's wrought iron. We need to find wrought iron. Found it. There you go. So we need charcoal and cast iron on a bloomery to make a raw iron bloom, and then we gotta press it down. We can do it in an anvil to get refined iron bloom, and this refined iron bloom then again needs to be worked into a wrought iron ingot. Whew. That's a lot of stuff, you know, and we need this the cast iron, but cast iron, I believe we can go mine for it, right? There we go, with hematite. There we go. And I do believe I found a place with hematite. So yeah, I need to go mining and need a lot of resources for this. I also need to make myself a bronze anvil. Because I don't have one here. I have one at our own area, but I want one for myself. So I went mining a little bit and I got some stuff. And I also changed the visuals over here with the resource pack that actually comes with the game now. The vexed visuals. And I think the game looks very, very pretty. Like, look at these log piles. Man, they look so cool. And there's also like a bunch of other things that change, like the blocks themselves change a lot. The logs themselves now actually turn into regular like logs. Yeah, look at this, like the vanilla Minecraft logs, so you actually know what you're up with. So that's kind of nice. And I also realized something. Since I want to craft stuff and I want to, well, use all of this hematite over here, I kind of want to use it properly, you know. I want to use this cast iron and I want to use it in the bloomery to make the raw iron blooms, which will give me the wrought iron, which is basically one of the best things that I could get right now. But to do this, I need the bloomery. And I've been trying to get myself an anvil over here, but I think with this much hematite, I might just want to get the wrought iron anvil right away. So I'm going to skip the bronze one and just make the wrought iron one. But for that, I need the bloomery. So I went ahead and got myself some bronze ingots. I gotta turn it into plates. Then I gotta put it in the anvil to make the double bronze sheets so that I can make a bloomery. So yes, I do need to do a lot of crafting now. So now for the bloomery itself, we actually kind of need to find a cool place to set it up. I might just hook it up over here somewhere. Maybe, can I rotate this? I don't think I can rotate it, which is sad. Oh, it is rotating, isn't it? Oh, it is. Okay, so I gotta like, what, place it like that, right there. There we go. Yeah, that sounds about nice. I'm worried that it might might catch my house on fire, so I might move it to the front of it. Cause yeah, I might move it to the front of it. Yeah, well, hold on. Okay, there we go, much better. And now I believe I can use any bricks. I'm not sure if it needs to be granite bricks. If it is, well, I have to go and get some granite. But okay, so it doesn't appear to be granite. It can be just any brick, which is perfect for me. And now I can just, oh, there you go, finish it up. And then after this, I need to add in the bloomery right here. Oh, that's so good. Look at that, we got ourselves a bloomery. Now I cannot easily get on top of it, so I might need to do some adjusting over here, but it's fine. And in preparation for this, I did get my hands on, yes, a bunch of charcoal. Look at that, a bunch. Oh no, I just realized the bug. Okay. Vortex, why'd you do this to me, Vortex? So, despite our little, well, charcoal mishap, we did have some charcoal laying around, so I believe we can still do this. Now, I do believe that the recipe is like 2 charcoal per 1 ingot. So if I have 10 charcoal and, well, 5 ingots, then does this form? It wait, what happened? Did it? I don't think it did. For, oh wait, do I need to throw in that first and then I throw this? No. I'm so confused right now. I see what's going on. I need to do one recipe at a time. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. So basically, I need to do this, I think. Like, I need to throw this that is equals to 1 ingot and 2 pieces of charcoal, and I think that's what's happening right now. Yeah. You can see that it did turn into a little bit of a layer there. So I believe that's what I need to do to fix this. So it's gonna take a while. So I believe now all I really need to do is, yes, light the bloomery. There we go. And I gave it a bunch of stuff. It's gonna take 15 minutes. So I gave it a bunch of stuff. I tried to fill it up as much as I possibly could. I do believe I cannot fill in the last block, as you guys can see. So I added in an extra layer. So hopefully it's gonna make things a little bit faster. I did like throw in a bunch of items. I'm gonna keep this to the side because this is a good amount of items. And well, in 15 minutes I should just check back over here and we should have wrought iron. And also, while we let that cook, I do have access to a very interesting thing, in which is kaolin clay. I do have this area over here that I think was Cryptix who came here first. And it was kind enough to leave me with a waystone over here. There's a bunch of kaolin clay that we can just pick up. I'm gonna grab a bunch of this because, yeah, we do need this to make the crucible and a lot of other stuff. And I also need to kind of fix my house, you know. I do have a lot of space in the house, so I need to kind of make a bed for myself, try and organize my chests a little bit more, and get some benches into here, because we need to expand. All of this while I try to get my hands on glass. Yes, I'm still trying to get glass. Would you look at that? We got 4 blocks of this, so I mine it from the front. And boom, we got 5 wrought iron. Now I'm gonna quickly run into the anvil that we have, because I want to work this into, well, this is raw iron bloom. I want to put it into wrought iron. Now I finally made the wrought iron anvil. I'm gonna take this to full advantage now, and I made myself an extra wrought iron double ingot. Why? Well, I want to make myself create a mechanical press, and someone's making achievements from me. Basically, someone on my team is making create items, and I'm gonna take advantage of that because I can collect a lot of create items just like this and just like this, which will allow me to have a quick start here with the create stuff, which is great for me. So basically, I can take all the stuff I have now and I can make this mechanical press, which is great. I also want to make a depot. Can I make a depot? I can. 'Cause that's gonna make my life a lot easier, and I guess I'll just put it over here now. And the reason why I wanted to do this is going to make a lot easier for me to do any type of plate. And of course I can use this plate to do, well, the one I want, the wrought iron hammer or mining hammer. So now with the hand crank in place, I can just spin here and bonk away the iron plates. But also, now that I have fire clay at hand, let's actually do this proper. And I mean, it just checks. I just saw it, but I need to realize, okay, it's just a massive hole in the middle. And boom, we got our own crucible. Now, how much yellow, white? Just yellow, white. Oh, okay, then that's easy. That's just literally just a piece of coal. So we're good. We're basically there. I just need to light this up and let this cook, and we'll have a crucible. But you know what? I can also turn the kern over here into the milestone now, because of all the free stuff we've been getting from someone's on the server. I think it's Ethereal. Oh, I think it's Ethereal over there doing create stuff. Eternal, sorry. I keep saying his name wrong. Man, but crafting with this fire clay, oh boy, that's a pain. You gotta pick up the kaolin clay, and you gotta hope it turns into kaolin powder by cooking it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted the crucible, so I can run through them faster. Because it's only a 20% chance if you do it this way. It is a 100% chance when you unlock a fan and lava. But I don't have that, so I do not have this luxury. So it's a very, very painful process. And I did just run out of graphite again, which is not great, but we got 2 fire clays, which what I really want to do with it is I want to make a unfired mold table, and with the other 5 I can only really do the unfired casting channels, and I'll will need to make these unfired ingot molds still, so I still need to make at least 5 more clay. And you really gotta love how much sidetrack I do in these videos, because I forgot I wanted to do glass. Yes, I actually forgot about that. I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a fan. Okay, now everything works in my mind, because in order to do glass, I needed another fan with fire to turn this dried kelp into soda ash. That's what I wanted to do. Oh man. Whew. Guys, trust me, it's complicated. It's a mess in my mind, and it's hard. It's very, very hard. And thanks to the press we just made, making these iron plates is just so much simpler. Which means we can now get our hands on a propeller. And we do have this, and we do have this, which means we actually can get our hands on a fan. Oh boy, this is so great. So we can now cook stuff. Hold on. Can now cook stuff like this, and I really do need a better way of processing this. And now I can do this again, and hopefully, of course it's raining, which means fire can go out a lot quicker, I think. I don't know if that's even a mechanic. I just need that to convert into ash any second now. Come on, just do it. I know you want to. No, you're not gonna do it? Okay. Well, since that doesn't want to cooperate with me, I need to use a water wheel because I nearly starved to death. So probably need to get my hands on a water wheel, which I believe I can get with this, right? No? So I want a water wheel. This would work fine. So I only need a shaft and treated wood planks. So I do have a single shaft. I'll also need this single bucket, but I don't have enough treated wood planks, and that's bad because I've also increased the number of hives I have over here, and I don't have a single bee. Is it because of the rain? I don't know. So you know what, since people told me that no, I do not need to cover it, I'm just, well, basically getting unlucky, I have a backup plan. And there you go, this is exactly what I was looking for. I want to take advantage of what Eternal has been doing, and I'm not even gonna look at what's making this noise in the back. Wait, it doesn't work. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Then hopefully I only really need to do that one. Yes, perfect. So I can put this back and don't even look at what machinery is going on over there, and we're going back home. Oh, apparently there isn't any kind of campfire I can use to help me with this, so I would have to waste the life of my flint and steel. But if we go again back to the hidden potato area, we got a nether portal, well, somehow, and I'm gonna take advantage of it once again. Like, I feel like I'm taking advantage of the team. Oh, I got some cobble rack. Are you infinite? That's my question. Do you burn eternally? Or do you run out? It runs out. Well, hopefully this works. Yes. Good old netherrack. Okay, but hopefully now... now it's hopefully going to work, right? It should burn eternally. I hope you do. I'm actually gonna put that over there because I don't really know how long this will burn into. And fire away. Oh, fire away. Wait a second, what am I doing? I made a water wheel. Why am I derping? I made a water wheel, and I got a bucket, a wooden bucket. Do you work? I'm hoping this works for what I wanted to do. I also just realized something. I need to be very, very careful with how I place this netherrack, because I then need to break it properly. I cannot just break it with a pickaxe. I need to actually break every single block around it and hopefully get it back. So, oh, and yes, my water wheel did basically nothing. So I'm going to go with the next best option, which is, well, not there, but hopefully somewhere around here I can place it and make it work. We have power. Oh my god, rotational power. Finally, cooking automation. Look at that, so beautiful. At this point I'm just confused and I don't know what's happening over here, because this is not doing anything. Like, this should be cooking, it isn't. I don't know, is it because there's too many of it and it needs to be singled out? I don't know, but the recipe just clearly says bulk smoking, and it's just that, and it's not happening. But you know what, guys? I think it's with that disappointing bombshell that we're gonna have to end today's video, because I'm running out of time. But alas, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and as always, see ya in the next one. Bye!